Hello my lovelies and welcome to Allotment of the Dead. So it's getting to that time of year where things start warming up at the start, even the start of the day. And when you know you're going to be away from the plot for quite a while and you've got outbuildings, things like polytunnels, greenhouses, those sort of things. Yeah, you can have the automatic openers on the greenhouses and things. But if you don't basically make allowances for the plants inside these buildings, then by the time you come back in probably 35 to 40 degree heat inside these polytunnels and things, you're going to end up with a lot of plants suffering throughout the day. So generally now it's that time of year where I come down in the morning, I open everything up just to make sure that there's at least a little bit of ventilation and aeration coming through all of the polytunnels and things. So I'll show you kind of what I do every single morning now. Okay, so this is the aubergine house. So I actually built this house with these lovely windows in, with nice little fasteners on them. So again, just a case, open the windows up. You can see inside there actually, it's quite nice. I'm going to need to uncover the chilies there as well, I think. Again, just give them a little bit of an ability to breathe a little bit. Right, so I've brought down a hell of a lot of stuff in here now. So lots of things still growing. So I've got the jicama I planted there. The tomatoes and things are all down here. The runner beans, all doing really, really well. So it was 8.9 degrees overnight, 17 degrees in here already. At 28 degrees it was yesterday afternoon. So we'll pull off the fleece I've got here. Generally I've been fleecing at least these and the ones in the new build every single night. They're a little bit newer than the ones in the polytunnel, so just gives them that little bit more protection. But yeah, plenty in here. Self-seeded nasturtium, so I'm going to actually transfer those into a hanging basket when I get back from Malvern today. That's where we're going today. Nice trip to Worcestershire for the spring fair. I mean, as you walk around this plot, you'll find that there's a lot that I need to do. Okay, let's open the other window. This will basically allow a little bit of air flow through the actual aubergine house. Right. A little bit of germination there from the carrots. I don't know whether you can focus on that actually. Let's try that. There we go. Plenty of carrots coming up. Right. I've got nothing in the alley house at the moment, so we'll go round to the new build. Right. So we'll open the this is the door for the I created it like a stable door, you see here. So the top opens, which means you can leave the lower door closed. Not that we get much in the way of theft and things, but anything that deters people from nefarious things is probably a good idea. Right. Again, we'll open the doors. Okay, so this is purely so I can just take off the fleece here. Okay. So there we go. So they're all looking good overnight. Some of these are going to need some support when I finally plant them out, but that should be fine. Again, that Uchi cream, absolutely gorgeous looking thing. Right, so the herb garden's looking good. All my brassicas going to need some planting on. But they've got this frostbite kale already starting to get these lovely white leaves. So I need to get those out in the garden. Right, so we'll close this bottom door again. So this will be left open throughout the day, and then I close it in the evening. It's about 10 degrees or so, so not too bad, but again, just allows you to have that little bit of airflow through the plants, and hopefully try and keep it a little bit cooler than that 40 degrees that potentially you can get into these polytunnels. Right, so this is that's the polytunnel. So this is full of weeds again. You weed this every 15 minutes or so, I think. But yeah, the chilies doing really well. As I say, I think a lot of these now are ready for planting out. Yeah, that's a job for this weekend. I think should be good. Right, I've put a couple of slug pellets down there just in here. They're not out and about over the entire plot, but these glory lilies, I needed to give them a fighting chance. Right, so this is the last one. And not got much in here yet, just some of the pennyroyal, which I was going to try and plant and see if it helps to get rid of the ants in here, but I'm not sure it will. I'm not sure it'll have an effect. And we've started getting some nice big plants off the tomatillos, and they've already started getting, let's see if I can get in there and show you these nice little flowers, which look a little bit like the potato flowers and tomato flowers, kind of yellow with that black centre. All right, let's have a look at the thermometer in here. So again, 10 degrees overnight. It's 20 in here already. I think I got up to about 39 in here yesterday. Right, so everything is open. So yeah, that's still looking really dark and dingy with the soot on the walls. I've tried to try and remove it. Any ideas out there? I'm open to anything at this point. Again, yeah, the weeds in there looking really good. So if you could eat most of these weeds, we'd be all right. But unfortunately, most of them don't taste very nice. Right. Okay, so that's all the outbuildings and polytunnels all sorted for the day. Hopefully that will keep the heat, or most of that horrible heat, off the plants. So I'm not going to come back to massives of drooping plants everywhere, which thirsty. I gave them all a nice good water last night. I filled up the trays, I think, as well, just to make sure that they've got some throughout the day. But yeah, it's that time of year. Already we saw temperatures around 26 degrees even outside yesterday. So yeah, we need to make sure that the plants are all happy, I suppose, just to make sure that we can keep them going and end up getting some nice produce. Right, that's all for me today. Take care. Bye bye.